Willie D live.
What's up, family? I need all of my warriors to come to the front. All the warriors, y'all, come up to the front. Got a question for you. Have you ever thought right before physical combat ensued that you had an easy win and it turned out to be something different? When I was in middle school, there was this guy named Richard. He played football. He's 8th grade, but he looks like what a football player might look like, right? Richard used to go around at lunch poking his finger in people's food saying, "You want this? You want this?" And obviously they would be like, "No, man, you can have it. No, no, no." So I watched Richard from the beginning of the school year, first day of school. He did this for about a week, maybe 2, but he finally made his way around to me. I knew he was going to make his way around to me because that's what bullies do. Bullies test the waters, and they test everybody they think might blink. So when he finally got around to me and he said, I was ready for him. I saw him walking toward me. He came over there. "You want this?" I had a fork in my hand. I said, "Yeah, motherfucker." Stabbed his ass. Yeah, man, I stabbed him with it. That's right. Family, do you know, miraculously, that was the last time Richard ever stuck his finger in my food. Might have been the last time he ever stuck his finger in anybody's food, but definitely mine. And not only did he never stick his finger in my food again, he never tried me going forward because he understood that I would take it there. This brings me to Donald Trump, your president. Donald Trump tried Iran, and he realized immediately thereafter that Iran would take it there. I want you to hear what he said about Iran's retaliation after the United States and Israel attacked it.
Qatar, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Bahrain, Kuwait. Nobody expected that. We were shocked. And the other one, they fought back. They could have yielded. But think of it, if we weren't around, they had tremendous power. They had thousands of missiles, most of which we've terminated. They had thousands of drones. They were making drones and missiles all over the place. We've knocked out most of those factories.
So he went over there messing with Iran, thinking Iran was just going to fold. When Iran struck back, not just at Israel, but Qatar, UAE, where does he say? Bahrain, and a few others, right? When they struck back, he was shocked. That's how you deal with bullies. You got to shock them so that they never try you again. Let me tell you what's going to happen here, fam. No matter what happens, no matter how this war ends, it will be a cold day in hell before the United States tries Iran again. I can guarantee you that. Another thing I can guarantee you is Iran will never succumb to allowing the United States to pick its leader. They hate Western ways. They'd rather die. Every single 90 million of those people, every person counted, would rather die. Them people stand on something. See, Americans, we ain't used to that type of thing. We ain't used to that. We're used to acquiescing. We're used to going along to get along. We're used to capitulating. Yeah, man. We ain't like that. We ain't built like that. But they are. They are. They struck those other countries because that's where the U.S. have military bases. So they struck, so all of these countries that they could get to, they got those U.S. military bases, they hit every last one of them. And while Trump is running around saying that they tore up everything, they destroyed the military, 100% of Iran's military, the damn missiles are still flying. Iran's missiles are still flying into other countries. So last time I checked, that would constitute not having your 100% of your military destroyed. I got a question for Trump because he said that he was shocked. My question to Trump is, are you still shocked? Are you still shocked? Because I know there's a lot of people who are not shocked. Iran isn't shocked. See, here's what people have to understand about Iran. It don't matter how many of their leaders America takes out. They thought when they killed the leader, that was it. They thought when they killed the Ayatollah, that was it. They thought when they killed those other 40 senior officers, that was it. Man, for everyone that go down, they got 1,000 of them, 10,000 ready to take their place. They're ready. They're ready to serve, and they are not going to back down. They're just not going. They're not going to bow down. They're not going to. See, here's the thing about that. Any leader that bows down is going to be disowned by their people. Yeah, they got people in Iran who wanted a regime change, but they don't want to see their leaders murdered, and they do not want to see America take over. They do not want to be westernized. Yeah. So, yeah, you got some people who wants to see that. They don't mind being westernized, but they are in the minority. The majority of Iranians, they like their culture. They select their culture over the United States culture, or the U.S. culture. That's why many Iranians come here and go back to Iran. They might come here and get their money, but after they get their money, they go right back to Iran. Just like a lot of Vietnamese do, Chinese people do the same thing. They get their money and they go back to their homeland because Western ways is just, overall, just too uncivilized. I mean, look at the president. Look at who we have in office. So, yeah, so that's what I want to know. Are you still shocked? I'm 59, fam. And what I want to know is, when are they going to get rid of these old farts who ain't got long, that's making it hard for the rest of us who got some more time out here, who got a lot of living to do? When are they going to get rid of them? Because this dude, his clock has stopped ticking already. It's broken. It's been stopped. You know how they say a broken clock is right twice a day? His clock is not just broken, fam. It don't even exist, really. It really don't even exist. This is bad. Somebody like this dude is going to get a lot more people killed. He's having fun with war, I do believe, because when he lied and said that he prevented 8 wars or stopped 8 wars, he didn't get the Nobel Peace Prize, which lets you know he had an ulterior motive for even saying that in the first place. Allegedly trying to play peacemaker in the first place. So he had an ulterior motive all along, right? But when he didn't get it, it was like he decided, well, shit, I'm just gonna start some wars out of spite. Yo, y'all want to give me the Nobel Peace Prize? Well, y'all gonna give me some kind of prize. Y'all gonna give me the Nobel War Prize or something. You're gonna give me something. Yeah. Yankee NATO. Yankee NATO. Man, I wanted you to know this, fam. whenever you kick a hornet's nest, the hornets decide when it's over. You don't get to decide. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Whenever you kick a hornet's nest, the hornets decide when it's over, not you. You don't get to attack somebody, destroy their infrastructure, destroy their schools, kill their children, kill their leader, and then say, hey, man, you know what? Let's just call this. Let's call it even, man. Let's just go ahead on and do a ceasefire. Can we talk? Can we talk now? Imagine somebody doing that to you, fam. They take out your family. They just take your family out, kill your family. And not just kill your family, but get on national television or international television and brag about it. Get out in the World Wide Web and brag about it. Imagine that. And brag about how tough they are and how weak you are. And even make fun of your deceased loved ones. And then blame you for all of the mayhem and destruction. Blame you for their deaths. And then say, hey, let's call it even. Let's just call it a ceasefire. Hold on, man. We wouldn't have had to call a ceasefire if you had never fired on us in the first place. So you got to check yourself on that, bro. We ain't got nothing to do with it. But we understand the art of war. We have to retaliate. We have no choice. You put us in a position where we have no choice but to retaliate. And I'm going to tell you something about that, fam. It's going to get a whole lot worse before it gets better. No more talk.